And Porterfield! Oh, Porterfield has scored!
A block by Tommy Wright Phillips again! And Sunderland have scored!
And Kevin Moore holds that trophy aloft for the second time.
Hello all you happy, lovely Sunderland fans out there. Hope you're all alright. Thanks for tuning in to another video on Only Fools and SCFC. Back with the match preview for the up and coming game on Saturday at Loftus Road, where we face Queen's Park Rangers. I will also be announcing the winner of the Sunderland away shirt from LU Soccer that we had up for grabs for the Oxford game, so stay tuned till the end where I'll be announcing the winner for that. Incidentally, this will be the last giveaway from LU Soccer that I will be doing on the channel. Due to some negative comments that I ran on some of the videos, I've decided it's not worth the hassle to keep on promoting them and requesting them and sending them out, so this will be the last one on the channel. I will still be, of course, doing the season-long competition that I do for the Sunderland shirt for next year, so that will still remain ongoing throughout the season. So QPR then, managed by Marty Cifuentes. So he went into QPR in October last year, when QPR were really struggling. Since then he's managed 48 games, he's won 15, drew 16, lost 17 and got a win percentage of just over 31%. Now I do find it strange how managers kind of go into clubs at the back end of seasons, do a fantastic job and save them from relegation, but then kind of struggle the season after. I think Neil Warnock did it with Huddersfield, the similar type of thing, did a fantastic job, saved them, but the season after they were rock bottom and he ended up leaving. Like I said, that's what's happened with Cifuentes this season. He was an absolute revelation for them last year, to the point where during the summer there was some Sunderland fans, were shouting for him to be appointed our manager to replace Mick Beale. So it might be a case of, did we dodge a bullet, or has things just been unlucky at QPR this season? Now, while I don't know too much about what's happened with him in the close season, I didn't expect him to be sitting second off bottom after 12 games this year. I think they did have a big turnaround in players during the summer, and I think they brought some players in from Europe without any championship experience, and maybe it's taken them a little bit of time to settle in. Now, with Sunderland fans, we've got first-hand experience of that. The likes of Aushish, Bar, Russian, etc., where we've brought these players in from outside of Europe, not used to championship football, and they just don't settle. They can't get to grips with the pace of the game, how physical it is, and it does take them ages to settle in. So QPR fans, if that's the case, please stick in the comments below of how you found your season so far and what your issues are. I think they did buy 3 players for money in the summer, and they signed Nicholas Madsen from KVC Westloo for €4 million, Zan Seller from SC Legan for €2 million, and they signed Jonathan Varane from Sporting Gijon for €1.5 million. Like I said, all without any championship experience, and I don't think Zan Seller has scored for them yet, so we know what happens if you're a Sunderland fan there. But this season so far, they've played 12, won 1, drew 6, lost 5, scored 11, conceded 19. They've got 9 points. They do sit in 23rd place, 1 spot from the bottom. They haven't won in 9 games since they beat Luton 2-1 away on the 28th of August, drawing 4 and losing 5 since then. And they also haven't won at home in the 6 games they've played there this season. They've played 6, won none, drew 3, lost 3, scored 3, conceded 9 and got 3 points, and do have the second worst home record in the league as well. However, I don't believe that QPR are that bad of a side. They have, in the last 2 games, drew 1-1 at Coventry and got a fantastic away point at Burnley 0-0 last Saturday, keeping a clean sheet. So I'm not by any stretch of the imagination expecting us to go in there and score 4 or 5 and steamroll them. They do have a bit of a Sunderland connection as well. Now they've got the likes of Jimmy Dunn, Jay Clark-Salter and a certain Jack Colback in the squad, and they've also got some good experienced players in that squad as well. Experienced centre-half Steve Cook, just mentioned Jimmy Dunn and Ilias Chair, good players with championship experience. But You've seen what I've just been saying there. It's goals what they've struggled with this season. They sold Lyndon Dykes to Birmingham in the summer, which I thought was a strange one, but we know what Birmingham are doing and the money they're spending. But they didn't really replace him. Like I say, that's left a big hole in their forward line. Players like Seller haven't scored for them, and I think only Michael Freer is a forward scoring goals, and he hasn't scored in four games, and I do think he might be injured as well for the weekend. But they are top players then. So, Karamoko Dembele, Jimmy Dunn and Steve Cook, all their 3 top rated players this season in the first 12 games. Just been saying Michael Freer has got 3 goals, Nicholas Madsen's got 2, and Lyndon Dykes still one of their top goal scorers with 1 goal, even though he's left. Assists, Dembele again 3 assists, Koti Saito 2, and Michael Freer's got 1 now. Like I said, I heard Freer is injured for the weekend, and Dembele also missed Saturday's game with Burnley. Dembele might be fit, I think, but I think Michael Freer, the top goal scorer, might be out. But QPR fans, again, let me know in the comments below where you are with your squad and who do you think will be playing at the weekend. They do create chances though. They average 13 shots per game, and with 4 of them on target. So once the strikers find the shooting boots, it could be a different story. There are some things that I've just been speaking about there which usually make Sunderland do a Sunderland. Not won in 9 games. Well, enter Sunderland will give you a hand with that. Not won at home this season. Again, enter Sunderland will help you along the way. And Seller not scored. Well, as we saw with Adebayo in the Luton game last week, hadn't scored all season until he played us. Now he's got 2 in 2 games. That's just what happens when you're a Sunderland fan. These kind of things and these records always seem to end when they play us. But like I said before, we have to respect all teams that will play in this season. If we don't have our heads in the game, become complacent, it will come and bite you on the arse and you will get beat. There's such fine margins between top and bottom in this league that, like I say, you're not on your game, you will get beaten no matter who you play. But like I said, I do believe we are a different animal this season. The games at Hull and Luton proved that, especially Luton. In seasons gone by, would have lost that game, would have crumbled and fell to bits. Yes, we might have rode our luck a little bit, but end of the day, we stood up to that physicality and we started playing football and we scored 2 great goals and came away with 3 points. We then followed that up with an absolutely complete performance against Oxford, where that's another potential banana skin, but we dominated the game from start to finish and come away with a 2-0 win, which arguably should have been 5 or 6. Again, in seasons gone by, would have struggled against teams that put 11 men behind the ball. 3 completely different styles of play in Hull, Luton and Oxford, and maximum points out of all 3 games. Regis le Bris seems to have a plan for every team that we play against, and it's working. Only it's worked in 9 games out of 12 this season. Only Plymouth and Watford have defeated us so far, and arguably we should have gotten something out of those games as well. So we could easily be sitting here undefeated. Top players we know remain. Mundell's been our standout, along with Job and Dennis Serkin, 3 great performers. To be fair, the whole squad's performing well. Chris Rigg, Chris Mepham, Trey Hume, all fantastic and all doing really, really well this season. Goals, it's also great to see the goals being shared amongst the team, but remain Mundell and Wilson Isidore joint top with 4 each. Chris Rigg got 3 goals this season from midfield already. And assists, well, Roberts has got 3, Dan Neil's got 3, and Eliza Mienda. Now, people including me have been knocking Dan Neil and Roberts, as you know, for the way they've been playing. But when you see that they're both joint top assist makers, then it shows they are doing something right. But team selection on Saturday, and so we'll have to wait and see if Anthony Patterson and Wilson Isidore are both fit. Patterson missed the game on Saturday. Isidore went off with a knock to his knee. But judging by the way he was dancing around at the end of the game, I don't think it's too serious. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'd have no worries in playing Simon Moore if need be. He had a pretty solid game, even though he didn't have much to do really on Saturday. But what he had to do, he did well. And Isidore, we've got Aaron Conley there if need be to step in if he's not fit. But these yellow cards are also a major factor as well. We've got Trey Hume, Job and Chris Rigg now all one away from a one-match ban. And I'd be amazed at the start of another 3-game week if we don't lose one or two of them for one game. We've got QPR, Preston and Coventry coming up in the next week. And like I say, for them to go through them 3 games without picking up a booking, I think it'd be very, very be amazing if they could do that. But what I'll do with that when it happens, we may have to see some squad rotation too. Like I say, with these another 3 games, we might see the squad rotated a little bit and some of the fringe players come in. But with that in mind, this is the team I think that we play on Saturday. So I think we'll have Simon Wood in goal, Trey Hume, Chris Mepham, Luke O'Neill, Dennis Serkin, Dan Neil, Job, Chris Rigg, Patty Roberts, Romain Mundle and Wilson Isidore up front. Probably be unchanged from the weekend, I think. Depending on how Anthony Patterson is, like I've said. So how do I see the game going? And well, we're now a big scalp at the top of the league. You're there to be shot at. Everybody wants to beat you. But all in all, I think if we do play our game and we can keep the likes of Ilias Chair and their strikers to find their shooting boots, then I do think we can come away with something. I do think it's going to be a really, really tough game though. It's a similar type of ground to Luton. It's compact. The supporters are right close to the pitch and it can be intimidating. However, the last twice we've been there, I think we've won 3-1. Obviously we're called back getting sent off last year. But I'm going to go for us to battle hard and come away with a really, really hard fought 2-0 win and keep us top of the league. Well, even if we get beat, we'll be top of the league. But to kind of keep that gap or extend it even further. But submit your comments, submit your predictions in the comments below for that season-long competition. Last week, 9 of you got the correct score right against Oxford. So well done to Bill Crawford, Bill Hanley, Chris Carter-Jackson, David Keir, John Ruddock, Mel Lacey, Peter Smith, Steve SM and Tim the Minion. So you all go into the draw for the LU soccer shirt, for the Sunderland shirt from LU Soccer. So let's see who wins. So well done to David Keir. You've won that shirt. Please send me your contact details, your name and address to onlyfoodsnscfc@gmail.com. It's in the description below, and I'll get that posted out to you ASAP. There was also a whopping 31 of you predicted another win and get 2 points. I'm not going to read them all out, but there they are on the screen. So like I say, 31 of you got that win prediction right. That makes the leaderboard look like this. So still top, John Ruddock and Mel Lacey on 25 points each. Peter Smith 23 points, Chris Carter-Jackson and Tim the Minion 22, Kenneth Allen's got 20, David Williams, Gary Hoyle, Stuart Mack on 19, Banks and Bell, Bill Hanley and Dave Common on 18, D Hall, Ray Knight on 17, Ibrahim Al-Mutawa, Uncle Reggie on 16, with Elizabeth Hare 15, and then Bill Crawford, David Newell and John T on 14. So get your score predictions in, get on that leaderboard with a chance to win a shirt for next season. That just wraps up the preview video, but I just want to ask if you could subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. As you can see here, there's nearly 68% of people watch that are not subscribed, and there was 5,427 returning viewers and 2,488 people discovered the channel for the first time last month. Now, if only 10% of you hit that subscribe button, that will be nearly 250 new subscribers, which would help to get towards that 4,000 mark. You know, I didn't want to sound like I'm begging for subscribers, but I just want to get the channel to as many subscribers as I can. I love the banter, I love the crack, and the more people that's involved, the better it is for all of us. If you're a returning viewer and you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button. It's free. It costs you out apart from 1 second of your time. Opposing fans as well, you know, subscribe. You might find out some stuff that you again about teams that you're playing against in the future. So, like I say, just drop us a subscribe. It will be greatly appreciated and will help us get out to more Sunderland fans. But that's about it. Like I say, let me know what your thoughts are on the game on Saturday. What would your team lineup be? Who would you play? Would you drop anybody? Would you make any changes? And get your score predictions in as well. But until the next time, thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.